This is Haley, also known as Peregrine Stitcher, here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is Flosstube number 31, and it is May 23rd. I took the day off today just to get a little R&R and do a little stitching. And that's been fantastic because it's a long holiday weekend. So it's been really good. So I have a few things to show you. I'm heading back to New York tomorrow, and so I wanted to just kind of go through everything so that I don't have to take a lot back with me. I will show you, look at that, Sarah Melthorpe right there. It's up on the wall. It's looking good. So we're getting there on the sampler wall. I wanted to thank everyone for all of your support. I was super sad last time, but I'm okay. You know, I'm okay. I will always miss my friends, but I've been doing all the right things, connected with my therapist, doing the self-care, hanging out with friends, you know, staying busy, that sort of thing. I am planning on planting a tree in my garden in New York, and maybe even putting a little bench there in her memory. And so, you know, that's all you can do, right? But I'm in a better headspace now, and it was great to go to Stitch North. I'll talk more about that in a little bit, but let's get right to the stitching, and then we'll go to the personal updates. Okay, I have not done a lot of stitching, quite frankly. I don't know if you've seen what's going on in higher education these days, but it's been completely insane at work. I haven't had a lot of time or energy. So I hope that changes soon, but we shall see. I do have one finished object. It's a little one, but it's so cute. Look at this. This is Quirky Quaker Lobster. Isn't that adorable? And so we got this, I got this at a retreat. I can't even remember which one. This is a pattern by Darling and Whimsy. Let me put something up here so you can't. This is all I have. There's no pictures, just the chart. And they also provided these flosses. So I'm gonna give the chart and the floss away because I'm only gonna stitch this once, and it's just a fun little stitch. And so let me know if you're interested in that. Use the word lobster, and I can probably also scrounge up some fabric from my scraps if you let me know what you like to stitch on. I don't have a lot of Ada. This actually is on Ada because that's what came with it. So I just, you know, did it. But I don't have a lot of Ada. I have a lot of linen in various sizes. So if I can, and if you're interested, I'm happy to, you know, cut out a piece for you that will work for that. It was a lot of fun to stitch, and it's so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have some of those little tiny, like, hoops, so I might put it in one of those and use it for my future beach retirement house or something like that. Okay. Some new starts. So I started Tired Trio. I love these, all of these by Plum Street, these little sets of animals. I've done several of them. And I was just working on it today, so it's still in the Q-snap. But this is where we are so far. That top sloth is really close in color to the fabric. But I also don't want to change it. And so I think it'll be okay. It's actually better in person than it is showing up on camera. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. So that's Tired Trio. Let's see here. And then I also have, let's see here. I joined the Sal. This is a design by Rebel Stitcher, the Disagree Sal. It's a Quaker design. And so I've done some on this, not a lot, and I have a hanging thread, so forgive me. It is what it is. I just a little bit. I started it. It's not a lot to look at, but I'll get there. So that's the Disagree Sal. That's being done. So Ellen Reed, Maximum Cross Stitch, and a few others are working on that. So I decided I can't miss out on all the fun. Okay. I've done a little more work on Martha Walmsley, but I have not finished it. Okay. So this is Martha Walmsley. I am so close on this one, but I'm not there yet. But I'll show you where she's at. She's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry, hanging thread. So you can see how close I finished the bottom border basically. So all I have left is to finish the name, Martha Walmsley, and the date. I'm going to add my own words here. And then I did start, I'm kind of adapting this. I just want to add a few more like leaves and flowers over here. Won't take long. But it's all this one-on-one. I just don't have the mental or emotional energy to do it right now. So it's gonna have to wait, but it will be done soon. And then I can get her framed. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see here. And then I started this one, and again, I don't have the, there's no picture of the final version to go with this without showing you the chart. So this is kind of a commission. I guess I'm getting these now. This is what I've done so far. And so there's like this top floral border, and then it says, save the bees, plant some trees, plant some trees. Hold on, I have to see what the next line is. Save the bees, plant some trees, clean the seas, I think, and then punch Nazis. And so a friend of mine asked me to stitch this for her, and I'm like, absolutely. So I'm doing that. And it's been a lot of fun. I mean, the hardest part is like, this same floral border is on the bottom, but like the words will take no time at all. So we will work on that. And then, oh, that's, I guess, all I have for stitching. I know, which is kind of sad for 2 months, especially for me. I usually get more done than that, but life happens. It is what it is. Okay. in addition to the stitching, I went to Stitch North, and that was fantastic. I had such an amazing time. I was originally scheduled to go to weekend 2, but I forgot to make my hotel reservation, so I did not have a hotel room. So I had to ask Hannah if I could switch to weekend 1. So I got to, switch. Thankfully, there was still space. I got a hotel room. I missed table number 5. At weekend 2, I really missed hanging out with them, but I got to sit with a great table on weekend 1, had such an amazing time. And I'm not going to go through everything, but let me just tell you a little bit. So, because I have some thank yous. So I went there from New York, and I rode with Alyssa and Vanessa. I don't know their Instagram handles. Sorry, I might add them if I can remember into the YouTube comments. But they were kind of coming up from Binghamton, and my house is kind of more or less along the way. So they picked me up, which was amazing because I hate driving. And there's no good way to get to Toronto from Chicago. Like, it's hard to describe, but you just can't. It's like you can't get there from here, right? So we had a fantastic time, and had a great table, and I didn't bring everything back with me. Oh, I also wanted to mention we stopped at Hobby House on the way because Rochester is, right on the way to Toronto. So I got some linen, just stocked up on a couple of my favorites. So I got Milk and Honey from Fiber on a Whim. I got a yard of that because I use that all the time. And then I also got a yard of creme brulee from Tabby Cat, which I will absolutely use. They're both 40 count. I also got a couple other little things. I got this because it was just so adorable. Look at this. Look at this tiny little spool. Has some green floss on it. I don't know what color. But it's about 2 inches. And I thought, oh, it would just be adorable. It's like a tiny little band sampler, so that's what I plan to do with that. And then I also got this, which is a little case. And so I'm gonna use this for my carry-on. I have been using this hand and lock case, which I love. I really love it. And so, I have all the stuff in there. I have scissors, I have tweezers, I have a little counting pin, and then underneath I have, needles and all sorts of other things. But it's a little big, and okay, long story short, when I take my cat, who is now often flying with me, all my carry-on stuff has to go in my zip-up carry-on. And so this one I can just put in my pocket and have a little tiny pair of scissors, some needles, like whatever I need to stitch on the flight, without having to unzip my my big carry-on that's in the overhead bin. So, that's what's going on. Okay. Okay. Um, we had wonderful table gifts. Um, I didn't bring all of them back with me from New York because I like to have stitchy goodness in both places. Um, but they were all amazing. This was a pair of socks because it's cold in Chicago, okay? Uh, and they're like cross-stitch socks. This is from Ellen Reed. And I love these. I'm gonna wear them all the time. And then Ryan McGuy, made this little, I don't know what you call it. It's a little it's a kind of a little fabric basket. But look how gorgeous that is. I just love the fabric. And it's so amazing. So that was, I just, I brought a few things to Chicago. And when I get back to New York, I'll show you the other things when I have the opportunity. There were also, let's see here, some charts. So this is from Dawn, Textured Treasures. That's a very nice geometric design. I might use different colors. There was this one, Jolly Santa from Northern Pine Designs. Cute. This is the Stitch North 2025. And let's see. This is cute. Retreat, Stitch, Repeat. Amazing. And then I don't know, I think I might have bought this, but I can't remember. This is Hannah Alexander, and it's just a little sampler. I don't know, I just can't recall if it was part of the retreat or if I bought it at Hobby House or at the retreat. But it came home with me, so I'm assuming I didn't steal it. Let's see here. I think that's it for stitching. I did just want to show you these. These are so cute because we like all the stitching arts, don't we? And I had a friend come over last night and she brought me these. They're so cute. Look at this. They're little like cat coasters. So there's like a tabby cat. There's an orange cat and a black cat. And it's just like the little, those are cats for you. Just love it, love it. So thank you, dear friend. If you happen to be watching this, I absolutely appreciated that gift. Okay, let me look at my list. I have it this time. The giveaways, I finally got them sent out on Saturday. The winners for Miss Bingley's library, that was Stephanie Wingett. And then painting, I forget the exact name of the chart, but the little painting sampler with the floss and the chart was won by Barbara Burdett. And so those are all shipped out and ready to go. Hopefully they should have got them today. Okay, Stitch North was amazing, like I already mentioned. Had a wonderful time. Really glad I didn't have to drive. We're getting into personal updates now, so if that doesn't interest you, no sad stuff this time. It's all good for the most part. Let's see, I went to Florida for a conference, and that was nice. And I got there a little bit early, so I was able to get a cabana at the beach and just kind of spend the afternoon chilling for a little bit, which was amazing. Let's see, I went to the zoo with the university librarian and his family. And he has a little 3-year-old son who is just so adorable. And it's so much fun to go to a zoo with a little kid. I haven't been to a zoo in, I don't know, 20 years probably. I went to see La Boheme because I have season tickets to the opera, and that was incredible. Really enjoyed that. I went to see Swan Lake. The Kiev Ballet was here in Chicago at a different theater. It wasn't downtown, it was further up. But that was amazing. Let's see. Then I had my death and taxes weekend. Because it's only 2 certain things in life, where I had to do my tax returns, which was really depressing because I owed a lot of money. And then I also did my living will and testament and my funeral arrangements. I thought I would just like let's just get it all done in one day. But I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up after that, so I got a ticket to go to see Moulin Rouge the next day on Sunday. Which apparently I had never seen the movie. I didn't know anything about it. Apparently also a tragedy. So it was really incredible, but also still very sad. It is what it is. I'm still glad I went. And then let's see, yeah, and so at Moulin Rouge, they made an announcement that they were having a charity event like the next day at a cabaret, and that many of the performers from the musical would be there singing, and it was a fantastic performance. So I decided to go because I'm trying to be with people, and I sat with a couple of guys because they were kind of like these long tables. I sat across from a couple of guys who were just chit-chatting and having nachos, And I ended up, they were like, hey, we're going around the corner to trivia night. And so I decided to go with them. I assessed the whole situation and I felt safe enough. And it was like a gay bar, and I was the only woman there. But they were just delightful, and we had so much fun. I didn't know the answers to any of the questions, but we had a lot of fun, and I've actually gone back since then. I'm like, you go to trivia night. So, totally maybe out of my comfort zone, but also super amazing. Just love them. So I think that's all I have to share. So just going back, if you're interested in the Quirky Quaker lobster, comment lobster. And sometimes it takes me a while to get to things. I don't know, things are just absolutely insane right now at work, but I will get to it eventually. And so I'm going to New York tomorrow. Oh, I didn't mention this. I fractured a rib. Oh no. don't know what is wrong with me. Like, what is with all the falling down? I guess I'm getting old. Fractured a rib, and so there's that. And there's really nothing they can do about it. They're like, take ibuprofen. I mean, they're not going to put you in a full body cast, so I'm just trying to rest. But I do have to go back to New York tomorrow. Then I'm going to Salt Lake City, Utah, and LA, and then I'm going to Mackinac Island. I don't know. There's a lot going on as usual. So I think that's it. Yeah, I'm okay. And I just want to thank everyone for all of your support. It's a difficult couple months, but it makes it easier when you have a community to support you and help you out. I also wanted to thank Toby Knits for her shout out on her YouTube channel. I'll try to put that in the comments as well. I really appreciate that. I enjoyed meeting her at Stitch North. She liked my t-shirt, I guess, which said, "Dear Canada, we hate him too." It's really true. Okay, so I hope everyone is all right, and hope to hear from you all and see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.